This is K9, one of Gorilla Tag's biggest YouTubers. If you play Gorilla Tag, you know him. But 6 months ago, he disappeared from the internet.
So very recently, a beloved YouTuber and good friend of mine, K9, has vanished off the face of the earth.
People just brushed it off, and by late January, they thought that K9 was just taking a small break. Boy, were they wrong.
And to see that he's disappeared from the internet is very sad.
Where is K9?
We know little to nothing about K9's whereabouts, but after tons of research, my goal of this video is to answer everyone's question and figure out where K9 is. I originally started searching a while ago and realized this was so much more complicated than I expected. Although what I had found was unexpected, to say the least. No way, no way. I gathered a list of every possible code K9 could be in, and we're gonna join all of them, starting with the first one, code K9. Right away, there was a problem. I was lagging, like bad. I am lagging? Why am I lagging so bad? And on top of that, I also got recognized.
I said, are you the real Mason?
And after that, I just decided to leave. Bro, this is gonna be a problem. Well, I guess we gotta go in disguise. Presenting Weatherboy. Anyways, the second code is code Elliot. Right as I joined, something was off, and people started mentioning K9.
Oh my god, it's K9.
Are people mentioning K9? Then I just straight up asked them if K9 was in the lobby. Is K9 in this code? Belly, are you K9?
No, I'm VMT.
You're not even VMT, bro. Honestly, I didn't really think K9 would be in those codes, but these two final codes, I'm confident that K9 could actually be in them. Starting with code Blarg. At face value, this just seems like a random code. But from my knowledge, this is the name of K9's OG friend group. And I'm pretty sure he used to specifically join this code. So let's try it. Bro. Like, honestly, bro, I at least thought that there would be someone in here. But we have one final code, and I feel like that if K9 were to be in any one of the codes, it would be this one. Anywho, the final code is Elquina. From face value, this code might mean nothing to you guys. But basically, back when K9 first got into YouTube, he met Equanly, who's now known as Arlo. And Arlo has been friends with Elliot for years. So it was fate that the three would all become friends. And they would all join one specific code. Code Elquina. This stands for Elliot, this stands for Equanly, and this stands for K9. So let's see if K9 would secretly be in this code, or anyone for that matter. No, bro. Like, what am I gonna do? Finding K9 in Gorilla Tag was no luck, so I had to search deeper. October 25th, 2024, and August 12th, 2024. These were the dates of K9's latest public messages on Discord. Just him saying H and saying thanks to someone. Sadly, nothing out of the ordinary. As well as that, the oldest public messages about K9's disappearance weren't until a whole 4 weeks after K9 disappeared. Man, y'all are some fake fans. And once Elliot started talking about it, it went nuclear. Videos after videos were made, to the point where everyone in the Gorilla Tag community knew about K9's disappearance.
Where is K9?
6 months have gone by and still no sign of K9 whatsoever.
Is he taking a break, or was he serious about the last video?
He's not messaged anyone, not uploaded.
And in a poetic way, we couldn't find him. The disappearance was dividing the entire community. Everyone loves K9, and to see him dip without notice is terrifying. People thought he was taking a break, and some others thought he had died. This literally became an outbreak, and it's still continued up to now. And this is when I was planning on making this video, but I forgot about it and moved on to other things. Until recently. May 9th, 2025, over 4 months after K9 disappeared, a channel would be made that completely changed everything. Gorilla Tag Countdown. You've probably seen this channel, but if you haven't, here's a quick little rundown. Pretty much, this is an undercover channel posting one video every day, slowly counting down from 100 days to 0 days. At first, the channel wasn't doing too well. I remember I discovered it when it was getting barely any views, and I thought it was some random kid making a little project, so I never looked into it. Until until recently when more and more people started finding the channel. And since this is an undercover channel, people started connecting this to K9. And I see why, honestly. K9 disappears from the internet, then this mysterious channel pops up being all secretive. And with that, videos started being made talking about it, which led a lot of traction to the channel, which now leads to today, where everyone thinks this is K9. So, let's dive into it. On the surface, it doesn't seem too crazy, but when you look into it, things get weird. For example, on day 80, a green monkey kills someone. Day 60, a monkey is drowning. Day 50, there's a weird shadow figure. Okay, what's going on here? Pretty much, from what I know, this is an ARG, with mysteries and secret clues hidden all over it. There's many other videos deep diving into everything about the ARG, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about trying to figure out where K9 is. So, is K9 behind the channel? Well, I'm just gonna get straight to the point and say no. First of all, the editing just isn't that good. If it was K9, he would either be the one editing it or his editor would be. And they don't use CapCut and know how to edit good. Second of all, in multiple different ways, the person behind this has confirmed it's not about who is behind the channel, it's about what the channel is. So the creator of this obviously isn't any big creator. Confirming K9 isn't behind it. And the final cherry on top is, well, let's be real here. Why would K9 make this whole undercover channel to come back? Knowing him, he'd just come back and act like nothing had happened. So yeah, this isn't K9. So where is he? Well, just as I was starting to lose motivation, I digged deeper one last time, and I've realized it's way simpler than we thought it was. I was just looking in the wrong places. So where is K9? Well, before I get into that, I just want to say this. The intention of this video wasn't to milk K9's name for views. It was to stop the misinformation around his name and give you guys the answer for where K9 is. Including that, I will say we haven't entirely found K9 or entirely have an answer, but we technically do. Like and subscribe and hear me out. As an educated answer, I believe some sort of bad events happened in K9's life, like his editor confirmed, causing him to have a deep depression and wanting to take a long break from YouTube.
Something not very nice has happened.
And in doing that, he's ghosted his friends and went complete radio silent on YouTube, causing this whole mystery to start with everyone worried about K9. But this is K9 we're talking about. He loves content creation. I really don't think he'd permanently quit right now, especially at the peak of his career. So if I were you guys, I wouldn't be as worried. As we all hope K9 comes back, at the end of the day, it's all about waiting and being patient. So let's be ready to welcome back K9 with open arms and stop spreading misinformation on his name. But that begs the question, when will K9 be back?